Both Wizards of Waverly Place and Hannah Montana have major secrets to hide. Alex Russo is a wizard on the East Coast of New York, while Miley Stewart is a pop star all the way on the West Coast. These two girls' lives are pretty much dictated by these secrets, making them one of the most integral part of their worlds. Each show's key component in its top 3 stories that are constantly told have to do with this external world. But the question I want answered is, which show did it better? What's up, guys? I'm Johnny2000, and this is Wizards vs. Hannah. Which secret is better? I've recently released the 2nd season of Hannah Montana retrospective, so if you haven't seen that yet, check it out, or you could check out the Wizards of Waverly Place season 1 retrospective. Without further ado, let's dive in. Let's take a look at both episodes again and kind of give them a side-by-side comparison and then check into it again. I'll call this section the evidence before we make our points.
So every Hannah Montana episode title references a song, like Lily, Do You Want to Know a Secret is a play on the Beatles song, Do You Want to Know a Secret? Okay, Miley Stewart's best friend, Lily Truscott, buys 2 tickets to see a Hannah Montana concert for her and Miley. Because Miley's secret is Hannah Montana, she says she can't go. So at the concert that night, Lily and Oliver end up actually sneaking into Hannah Montana's dressing room.
Get out of here right now or I'll call security!
Wait, no, I'm sorry! I was just looking for a souvenir! My name's Lily Truscott, and I'm a huge fan.
She finds out that Miley is Hannah Montana.
Aren't you gonna get that?
No. I'm talking to you, that would be rude.
Miley then explains to her why she did not tell her and then shows her the Hannah closet. However, when Lily tries to convince Miley she should tell her secret at school, Miley thinks it's a terrible idea. And that kind of gets them into a big fight.
Everything I was afraid that would happen, happened.
So episode 2, Miley Get Your Gum, and the episode title's a play on the song Annie Get Your Gun by Squeeze, is basically Lily knows Miley's secret and Oliver still doesn't, which he tells her that he loves Hannah.
Deep down, maybe, just maybe, you feel the same way.
Miley and Lily actually try to get him to turn his attention to other girls because Miley is worried that if she told him the truth, he'd be in love with her too. So the girls come up with a plan to get him to hate Hannah. Oliver and Hannah meet at the Malibu beach and she chews gum because she knows he hates it.
I totally understand if you want to transfer your obsession to Mandy Moore. You know, she's blonde again.
No. My love is bigger than my disgust.
Even Oliver's fear wouldn't stop him from loving Hannah, so in a last-ditch effort, Hannah ends up chewing black licorice gum, even so far as blowing a large bubble which pops in his face, which is kind of gross. And in desperation, Miley pulls off the wig and shows him her identity. Oliver faints in shock. When he wakes up, he accepts Miley's secret and wants to be just friends, which is exactly everything everybody wanted at the beginning.
Okay, now we got Harper Knows, the moment we've all been waiting for, guys. This episode is really important, unlike episodes in the past. It's Harper's birthday, and it means a lot for her to ask Alex to come PopCon to help her with her outfit, but Alex really doesn't want to.
PopCon's in town? Hey, Teresa, PopCon's in town!
Popcorn's in town? Oh,
PopCon is in town?
popcorn's in town?
These 2 guys that came in the 1st season that represent the Wizard Council tells the Russos that they need to be aware there's an emergency and wizards are using their powers all willy-nilly, so the Russos need to go there to stop it, I guess?
Young wizards love PopCon because they blend in with all the other costume geeks and weirdos.
Thank you.
Alex tells the group that she can't help because if Harper sees her there, she's gonna know she didn't want to celebrate her birthday. Fun reason to go to this convention and get these characters here. That's really good from a writing standpoint. Immediately they run into Harper at WizCon and Alex needs to start to hide. So she goes behind a cardboard cutout and uses her powers to switch outfits. That's when Justin announces that Alex is one of the wizards that are using powers at WizCon.
Because I suspected you all along.
We're gonna need that costume for evidence.
It's all yours.
Alex uses magic to escape, only making the situation harder because now she's not only hiding from Justin, Hugh, and Harper, but she's caught by the Wizard Council.
So you're in complete violation of Wizard Conduct Code 99244. Oh, you're in pajamas. 245.
Alex is caught by Harper just as she's about to get in trouble, and Harper demands an explanation. But since Alex can't tell her they're wizards, Harper just assumes it's the end of their friendship.
Jeremy from science, but I'm not with him.
Jeremy from science? Is there even a Jeremy in science?
course there is. He has a huge crush on you.
Well, hello, Jeremy from Science. Your costume doesn't look store-bought.
This goblin is suspiciously not quick enough to disparage her comments, but I think it's just genuinely because he doesn't know what to say.
So you helped Jeremy with his costume, but you refused to help me, your best friend, with mine?
Harper's costume gets mixed up with the charmed version because of Alex, leading to another issue.
That's a fully loaded wizard-powered costume with superhero capabilities.
Is that a problem?
It can fly, ricochet lasers, deflect bullets, and shoot fire.
Okay, so it's a problem.
During the contest, Harper starts floating, and the wizard police are able to cover it up using ropes. Alex eventually decides that this is not enough, and she needs to tell Harper that she's a wizard.
And I would know that because I'm a wizard.
I changed my mind about the Hannah Montana episode. I definitely think it's a little bit more impactful for Alex to wait a season and a half to tell her best friend that she's kept a secret. It definitely makes the stakes a lot more higher, and Alex being so pressed to make this decision and being so thoughtful makes it seem a lot more important. At first, Harper doesn't believe her until Alex actually takes her into space.
It's lame. There's no way a stupid magic trick is gonna make me think you're a wizard.
But look at where we are.
In the end, the Russos show Harper the magic lair, while Jerry and Justin plot to erase Harper's memory using a spell. However, this doesn't end up happening. And this was really a much needed layer to the show. I mean, it's a little more family than Hannah Montana, so of course they'll take longer. They didn't need to tell Harper so quickly, but now that Harper knows, name of the episode, there's going to be so much more stories opened up to them, like Harper needing to keep the secret. And it's really funny when the goblin pretends to be Jeremy from Science. But yeah, this episode was fun because because being at a wizard con is such a funny premise, especially as wizards, tracking down the people. Wizards of Waverly Place is more of a family sitcom, therefore it's revolving around 5 or 6 of the characters. Hannah Montana is more about a coming of age following Miley Stewart. Therefore, the central plots really revolve around specifically her, not as much Billy Ray or her friends. Being a fantasy versus a regular teen sitcom, it's funny that the common trope they share is showing the best friend their secret life. Miley shows Lily her Hannah Montana closet, while Alex shows Harper the wizard lair. The thing that's interesting about the Hannah Montana one is that there's still a lot of room in the episode for this to have an impact on Lily in a negative way. We didn't really get a chance to see Harper have a negative impact on this yet. Hannah Montana is a very intimate show about Miley and her connections, and Wizards is more about the wizarding world and how it affects their family. That will always be a factor. Hannah Montana took 2 episodes to explain to both Miley and Lily, who were Miley Stewart's best friends, that she lives a double life. Wizards of Waverly Place waits till season 2, episode 9 for Alex Russo to tell her best friend Harper that she is a wizard. But the longevity is how long it took for them to reveal the secret. And I would argue that Alex not telling Harper for as long as she did almost is kind of a negative impact on her character. Like, why did she need to take so long? But I definitely want to disparage that because of the fact that it is a family sitcom, and that's not really fair to put the two against each other in that sense. The risk for Miley is pretty big because it would change the entire course of her life and everything she's earned. However, if Alex gives away her secret, only will her whole family be exposed, but there's a chance that the entire wizarding world could be exposed. Being a fantasy show when Hannah Montana is not, it's hard to put the two next to each other. But you know what? I'm the one who chose to do it, so I'm gonna keep going. It would be funny though if they treated it the same as Hannah Montana, where in order for Harper to fit into the wizarding world, she had to dress up as a wizard and fit in the way Lily has to dress up as Lola Luftnagel. But I don't know, that's not even entertaining. Wizards kind of starts out with the advantage, having more intimate relationships at the get-go. Hannah Montana's family already isn't affected by the decisions. The thing I like about the Hannah Montana pilot is that Lily already has her own expectations of what Hannah Montana is like, giving them a very direct confrontation, which is such an exciting scene to happen, as opposed to the Wizards one, where Alex kind of brings it up out of nowhere and Harper isn't really emotionally invested until she finds out. Hannah Montana has the advantage that they had 2 episodes to talk about the impact of this secret on their lives, which is kind of weird because Wizards seems like it would be a bigger secret, so why doesn't it take more of their lives up? I don't know. But the fact that Oliver could have a crush on Hannah is such a funny trope. I wish we had Harper's opinion on Wizards before this happened, like if she was really angry by them, if she didn't believe that was a thing, and convincing him was actually hard, but we didn't really get there. Like in Hannah Montana that they actually argue over the secret. Like Lily thinks she should tell the whole school. I don't think Harper had a moment where she's like, hey, you should tell everybody you're a wizard. So the plot doesn't necessarily affect the characters long term as much as it does Hannah. Something on the Russo's side for being more impactful is the fact that it does affect the whole family. You know, Billy Ray, Jackson, Robbie, they're not affected by Hannah's issues as much as the Russos would all be affected by Alex's issues. The stakes feel a lot higher in Wizards just because everybody's affected by it. Something that bothers me about the reveal with Harper, though, is that it feels kind of like there was no build up to it. Like, we wasted the double episode so far on saving WizTech in this season, but the episode where Harper figures out is only one episode, and it kind of happens at the tail end of something else being its central plot. So if anything, it's a B or a C story. Meanwhile, Hannah Montana's episode is an A story. Like, it is the most important thing in the episode, and it is what drives everything, while WizCon is the thing that drives everything in the other episode. Another thing with Wizards is the anticipation for further stories is a lot more desired. Like, we've been waiting and imagining what it would be like if Harper knew, as opposed to Miley's side where Lily and Oliver know so quickly that we don't really have time to imagine what their reaction could be. Wizards does get the advantage, though, having come out after Hannah Montana, because the writers were able to see how that secret landed, and they probably actively were able to choose to keep it that long. I would argue for the Hannah Montana show, even if the secret's not as good, it allows Hannah Montana to dive deeper into the characters earlier than Wizards was able to. Let's talk about reason, like the reason these secrets came out. Miley Stewart seemed to not have a choice. It seemed like Lily found her out, and that's why she had to come clean about it. I know she was guilty and she felt like she did need to tell her, but it wasn't necessarily her decision when it came out. And same thing with Oliver, actually. She had 3 or 4 plans of ways to keep the secret before she inevitably decided, let me tell him. Alex, however, was guilty the entire time and always focused on trying to get Harper to know. If anything, Justin and her family were the only thing getting in the way of her telling. Alex's character comes from a more genuine place. So that's going to be another point for the Wizards of Waverly Place. All right, with 3 points for Wizards and 4 points for Hannah, this declares Hannah Montana the winner. And now I know what you guys are going to say, because I'm thinking it. I'm very biased toward Hannah Montana, but these are the factual evidence, okay? I couldn't have rigged this if I wanted to. Well, I mean, I literally probably could, but you know what I mean. Which one do you guys think was more impactful, Wizards of Waverly Place or Hannah Montana? Please comment below, and don't be biased, because I already am.